Fuck you, PS5. Jets,
And
Giants.
after the brief pause,
Go for
welcome back
field
to
goal.
the NFL on EA Sports. We'll pick in the second quarter.
Back and finish this fucking round.
Point after converted by
Do a
Zerline.
$7.99
And the Jets
offense.
grow their lead to 8. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying.
What is it? Oh, the shit.
McKenzie.
Yeah. Got to the ground.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Giants and Darius Slayton with the football once again. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on. We've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on the accelerator.
And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Russ now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Got a man, Robinson has... Here he goes again.
He got it. Touchdown. Giants. Robinson. Beat the Robinsons. Giants.
Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached
This
one of the
game.
pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL.
This is just the second
Most
quarter
touchdown passes
of this
in a
damn
single
game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back
shit.
and forth after breaking a record. Neither wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
And he hits the extra points. Wasn't surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's a Conda on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They've got 1st down from the 31. They start the drive, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They give to Hall on the draw. And he's able to advance this up across the 35, about the 37 it looks like on a big gain. Give him nearly double digits that time, Brock. 9 yards on the play. It's 4th and 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. Isaiah McKenzie on the Giants' return. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. The Giants, down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wilson out of the pistol. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now stick with Singletary. Finds room to the 30. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants in need of some points before the break. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Wilson now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and it sets up 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that's getting...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Now Wilson on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. The Jets take their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Xavier Gibson on to return for the Jets. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Jets ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 29. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Fields out of the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Supposed to be the first down. Stop by the
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Still 1 point down.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. McKenzie back deep to return. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Good all the time.
First down, here's Russ. Able to get
Okay,
it to
swing.
Singletary. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
What a hard time. There's
So
1
we have
point
hit
game.
halftime with the visiting Jets. And of course we say visiting in air quotes here, leading the Giants in their own stadium. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right,
As
Kate,
always, a
thanks very
hectic
much.
coach for his hard work during the break. We're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter.
Back and forth. The 2 teams. The touchdown after touchdown. Sack after sack.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Holmes now to return.
Starting off the ball.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback.
Figure it out. What to do. The ball struggling and good momentum like they were doing at the first quarter. And he was also going to do it, man.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Take the quarterback.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Flushed out to his left. Look at this, here he goes. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
That's the deal that they're taking off.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
First down, but 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
What a catch! What a catch! Get it up in the
Gets it to the 15.
What a touchdown!
He's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay.
So now the Giants are going to try for 2 again.
1 for 2 before, but not 1 for 2 this time.
Wilson's throwing for it.
There you go, what a catch!
Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points. Well, we're now officially at the point where touchdowns might as well consider them 8 points in this contest, partner. Yet another two-point conversion successful. They've been borderline automatic.
Well, we've officially left the NFL record book behind. It used to stand at 4, accomplished by the greatest show on turf, those Rams in 2000. This is uncharted waters. Kate, I think you'd agree.
Yeah.
We're all here for this journey.
Good no, ready to send this
I'm
away.
getting 14, I'm getting 7.
Here's a Conda on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jets and Mike Williams getting set for another go on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter.
Let's see what Justin Fields can do.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Seattle. Yes, it
They
is.
start the half with a give to Hall.
Oh.
Jukes
Ooh.
one defender. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Right.
1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Bobby Okereke making that stop. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
They got
some positive yards. That's a good
this
thing. But too many plays like that, it just
Yes,
is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Jimmy,
Fields now on 3rd. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
17 had a great
Give
game
him
in
an
the
even
first
10
quarter.
yards on the play. And
Slowing
it'll give
them
the
down,
Jets a
but not
1st
this
down.
time.
You know, Kate, you'll
Second
find
catch.
teams go to this crossing route
Yeah.
concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage,
that
but
last
sometimes
thing,
things break in the right coverage for a
Beginning to
much
look
bigger
like
impact
businesses.
play, just like
Yeah.
that.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
Corley reels it in. And that's good for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Fields.
3rd and 5.
That's brought in by
Oh,
Lazard.
he caught that.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Yes, sir.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good
It's
enough
a
for a
Heisman.
New York 1st down.
Oh, like,
Well, that is
What a
pretty darn
catch.
impeccable timing.
You know,
between the
Dale, he
two.
could have
They hit a
delivered that
curl
shit.
route of that length.
For the first
It takes
down.
great
For the
anticipation and
Packers.
precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
let's throw the ball
First
to
down
him.
throw for Fields.
Damn! Intercepted!
Man, there, it's intercepted. And the Giants take possession
Look at
right
that ball
along the
is-
25-yard line.
Oh,
No
went
doubt
straight
they
to you.
envisioned that as the start of a second
First
half push
pick,
for the lead.
first turnover of the game.
Defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the
Fuck
first play
that.
of the series.
Good
Not the way
defense.
you needed to
Look
start
at that
the
shit.
half if you were
No
thinking
way.
comeback. But exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on
Caught it,
That's
put
a
it in
defender
halves.
who sensed the need for a
Got
splash
hit.
play and delivers.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there,
Unbelievable.
ready to take over once again.
What a game for the Giants.
And the type of game that he has been putting together, wow, we're going to see some of these highlights now, Brock, and I expect a lot of times over the next week, too. He has thrown this offense to the end zone time and again. What a showing. This is one of the elite games that we have seen from him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake.
Yeah, Wilson's back. Throwing the ball. Oh my God!
And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Wilson now, 1st and 10.
He caught that.
And they'll manage to contain him
Right
after
there.
about a 6-yard
Got
pickup.
hit.
Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down.
Ball.
3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
4.
A throw left side finds Johnson. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing again. Here's Wilson.
Connects
with Johnson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 4. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Wilson on 1st and 10.
And in the pocket.
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown.
He's going to stop it, Wilson.
The Giants pick it off
You see how
and
they
get
jump?
points on the ensuing drive.
Touchdown.
And he has done it. That touchdown, his 5th, and it ties the receiving record for a single game. Joining Bob Shaw, who set it back in 1950. One of the game's great tight ends in Kellen Winslow Sr. And, of course, the greatest receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. Gano for the PAT. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Giants double their lead to 14. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Abanikanda on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors, down receiver Garrett Wilson, back out to take possession. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play.
That was Sauce Gardner.
Drive starts out.
What do you expect? What do you expect? That was Sauce Gardner.
Last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right
Got it.
back to the air.
1st down.
And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Hall. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Fields.
What a
Williams,
catch!
and it's complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to throw Fields. They said they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, hard to come by in this league.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hall takes it straight ahead.
Go to the ground.
After a modest... Drew Phillips making the tackle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Able to hit Hall complete. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd down and 10, Fields.
Oh, shit.
Throw caught at the 6. He has the New York touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Zerline on now for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
One 114.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes McKenzie. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They've got first down from the 31. Receiver in motion, headed right. First down throw from Wilson. Escapes the
In the
pocket.
pocket. To the
Here
jet.
he goes. Into a small 4-yard chunk
Look at
there.
him fumble that
Hassan
ball.
Reddick cleaning up that play.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
The second down run by Singletary. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Singletary again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Russ now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Yeah, this one was dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. Visitors and Brees Hall about set to go on offense.
Jets offense.
They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. This is ahead for about 5. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Fields on 1st down. This is on target to Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Coming right is Hall. Breaks through and he might break away. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Oh, shit. I thought you were going to say.
He takes it himself. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
3rd and just 2 to go. Fields out of the gun. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Fields to throw it. Escapes out to the left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it.
Open.
And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snaps and clears. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Sack 6 times.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has it in close.
Touchdown.
Yeah, these in-cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate. But it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
I called the calling their brain.
They've held him out twice. Here we go.
3rd and
goal.
They got to be put a 3rd quarter is over.
Here's Fields to throw. Bails out of the pocket.
Oh my God! That's something.
They're going to get there, and they
Something
drop
wrong.
it. And the
I
pressure
want to jump over bitches. You're up the field. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They do snap it. Here's Fields.
What the hell?
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. Costly interceptions, Brock. And then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That's into the hands of Singletary.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? From the gun, it's Wilson. He just throws this one away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it at the 24. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Jets football. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw for Fields. That throw finds Coughlin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 3rd down now.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Fields on 3rd. Hall there to haul it in. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Hall. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Fields now on 3rd. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running this with Hall. He finds space into the red zone. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. I'll start the drive with Singletary. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Now stick with Singletary. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Singletary. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up here. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Give to Singletary from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Third down run from Singletary. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pickup of 2 here. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Connects with Slayton. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll go right side with Singletary. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
It's Singletary off the option. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They give up the gut to Singletary. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all to get the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Here's Singletary. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Gano ready to send this away. Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers.
Chip.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's complete to the side. But he does get the feet down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet.
Touchdown.
It's a New York
And the Jets
touchdown.
are standings.
The Jets making a 4-point game here in the fourth. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow
2 minutes
broadcaster
and 20
Greg
seconds.
Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here comes McKenzie. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Oh, boy.
They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now it's Singletary. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Singletary again.
Got it.
And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Their punter making his way out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. It's fielded at the 14. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
Any dude with a field goal. Tie it out, they'll get a touchdown to win this game. 2 timeouts left. I mean, 1 timeout left. Oh, shit. 1 timeout left. Boom. Who's that? 41 seconds.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, just like doing it. Classic game between the Jets and the Giants.
He'll look to throw it. He got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
It's enough.
Back to throw. This is reeled in by
Got it.
Wilson.
1 out of bounds. Stop the time. Stop the time.